Welcome back, Gainesville. What's going on? It's your boy Jerk Jerkins right here on WMBT 90.1 FM, The Beat. And yo, man, we hanging out, man. I have a special guest in the building, man. Treat for the city. Mr. Marcus Robinson, man. Financial expert. President of Robinson Financial, too, man. That's one thing I really want to definitely shout that out, man. I don't want to take away. I don't want to cheat you on none of your credentials, big dog.
No, we're good,
But
man.
thanks again for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we were discussing a whole lot last time, man. I mean, just a few minutes ago.
Yes, sir.
And I want to move on to something we were talking about off the air, man, which is one of your coin phrases, money mindset.
The money mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, you listen to the hip hop songs, you listen to the pop culture, and they always talking about they got their mind on their money, man.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Yada. But let's really talk about that because that's a fallacy.
Right.
Like, what's the real way to have a money mindset that would improve, man, a lot of our situations?
Man, I think that money mentality is key.
Yeah.
Because you can ride on 24s and so on
Right.
and so forth, but if you ain't got no life insurance, man, that don't impress me. Like you can stunt all you want,
you're right,
but if you ain't got
Can't take it
your
with
finances
you, man.
in order, man, look,
Right.
you ain't leaving that legacy. To the next generation, man, what you really here for? What you really doing?
Right, you're
so,
right, man.
that money mentality, it take you from being selfish.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
I like that.
It take you from being selfish to thinking about somebody outside of you.
Okay.
So your kids, your family, your loved ones,
Right.
and it's a shift that has to happen with that money mentality.
Okay.
It's a shift that has to happen. So we can talk a little bit more about that. If you want
Yeah,
to.
well, absolutely. So, I guess I kind of asked you this last time, but what's something that we should stay away from? What's practices that you see a lot that are very common that we just need to get away from to improve?
I mean, so that's a loaded question, man. Practices you need to get away from.
Right.
I would say emotional spending. Trying to impress
Right.
people, man, that you
Right.
don't need to be trying to impress.
Right.
There's a phrase that say, keeping up with the Joneses.
Right.
Well, I don't know who the Joneses is, but they're probably broke too. If they're trying to keep up with other people.
That's real.
So just stand away from that. Make
Right.
sure you're taking care of home first. The Joneses ain't never paid none of your bills. They didn't leave you a legacy. So why you trying to impress them,
Okay.
so to speak? Money mentality wise, let's kind of digress a little bit and talk about that money mentality.
Okay.
Most people, when they get money, all right, so you get $1 million, you just came into some money.
Okay.
The first thing people want to do, I call is blow it. And the mentality should be, hey, you want to grow it or sow it before you blow it.
I love it.
Yeah, you got to grow it or sow it before you blow it. And so when I say grow it, man, that means you got to invest. You got to put something back. You got to do something with that money to where it's making money for you.
Okay.
All right, that's a wealth mentality.
Okay.
Most people, they get some money, man, they want to go buy a car.
Right.
That Benz. I'm buy me a Benz, but I've been 50 grand short, right?
Uh-huh.
So, it's a depreciating asset.
Yeah.
So the first thing you want to go do is buy a $50,000, $100,000 Benz. You drive it off the lot.
You just lose it.
Man, look, 25% gone. Value gone.
Wow.
So it's just changing that
left a
mindset.
lot. I've heard that before, right? Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes, sir. Depreciating assets. So you want to get appreciating assets. Things that's going to make money for you. Buy some investment properties, man. Something that get you some income streams and, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to help people understand and appreciate, invest.
It's crazy that that's one of my questions I have here for later, actually, is investment. I mean, investing, just advice and information. So I'm going to start at the top just to kind of do a whole rundown.
Yes, sir.
First thing I want to ask, this is just a general question. For families, one single income, 2 income households, what's some advice you can give some people in our community on acquiring, first time homeowners?
Okay.
What are some things we can do to improve our situation to attain purchasing a house one day? How do we go about that? You know what I'm saying? If we're a person that just an average family, you know what I'm saying, in our community.
Well, I think the first thing you got to do, we talked about it earlier, that's that financial blueprint.
Okay.
You kind of got to see where you at.
That's the foundation.
That's that foundation.
Right. Okay.
Right. You can't build a house when you might have a good roof, but that roof don't mean nothing if you ain't got that foundation laid.
Right.
So that financial blueprint, you need to see, you know, how much is coming in and then where the money is going.
Right.
You take a look at that financial blueprint and you see, hey, where can you reduce spending? Where can you eliminate spending altogether? That's the type of mentalities that you got to have to create little spaces for saving, for paying off that debt. You know, for a season, I always tell people you might have to get a side hustle. We talk about side hustles on the Facebook Live shows. And that, I understand you got a 9 to 5, but you might need to do hell on the side or do Uber Eats or something just to get you some cash flow coming in so you can obtain the goals you want to obtain. So, you know, I also think, man, this is key. You know, me and my family, we do this, is having family meetings. If you're a husband and a wife, you know, you got a spouse. If you don't talk about finances, something is wrong there. Now I understand he money could be he money, she money could be she money. All right, I ain't getting into that. All right, but generally speaking, you got to have a family meeting where you talk about finances. You talking about the budget. You game planning. You goal setting. You know, in the black community, we don't do stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that. But I think it's key to kind of get traction. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Say that.
So look, if you getting the same results, that means you need to do something different.
That's right.
Plain and simple.
That's right.
Plain and simple.
You know, once you know better, you got to do better. I'm with you on that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about that. I meant to ask you last time, man, when we were talking about a little something, because you just mentioned family, and it's something I wanted to discuss with you. Because you're very vocal and upfront about your faith.
Yes, sir.
I want to know how or if your faith ties into your career. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
take it away.
Well, so in the past, man, I always been in church, you know, ever since a little boy, you know,
absolutely.
Baptist tradition, you know.
Okay.
But I ain't always had a relationship.
Right.
You know, so I pride myself and my business on being built on principles of the word at the end of the day. So that's why when I say, hey, you need to have a legacy, that comes directly from Proverbs 13:22. That says a man or a woman, hey, you know, a good man or woman leaves an inheritance or a legacy to their children's children. So we all think we good, right? Well, you know, I would argue if you good if you ain't got your legacy in order. Because that's what the Bible said. I ain't say that. You know, that's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said. Don't blame Marcus.
Definitely got to speak that. Yeah, don't take my word, bro. I'm with you, bro.
Right. So it's just different principles, you know. This is another one, man. You know, I always get this, you know, people, they want this, but you're not being a good steward over this. Now, I can go in on that, bro.
Please do, because I love that. And you can't take care of the little bit.
Because the example I gave on the video is, you know, you might have that 1999 Honda Civic, all right, but you treat that car less than. All right, you treat it inferior then. All right, you're not a good steward over that. So why would you be blessed? You know, because I give an example. You know, you got French fries under the seat from 3 months ago. Your kids done left. You know, you ain't washed the car dirty. You know, that kind of thing. Be a good steward over that Honda Civic. You be a good steward over that Honda Civic. I know you'll be a good steward. You know, over that Benz when you get that. You know what I'm saying? So
people notice those things. So constantly, even they notice those things.
Right. So it's planting good seeds, man. We can talk about that one too. I'm a good, you know, I want to say this the right way because I don't want nobody to get offended out there on your show. But when you plant good seeds, you get a good harvest. Okay. All right. So a lot of people, when you got lack in your life, it's because of the seeds you planted years ago. Right. So, you know, and I want to get too deep on that, but you know, you got to plant good seeds.
You reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow. I mean, and that's true. So yeah, you sowing into good things like, you know, your retirement, investing, so on and so forth. You'll get fruit from that, man. But you sowing in, you know, cars and rims and, you know, trying to live for the right here, right now.
You're going to sow from that, too.
You're going to get, a harvest from that, too. So,
I love that, man.
Yes, sir.
So, is there you got any advice for, because we seeing a boom, especially with our women in our community, of small business owners. Any advice for small business owners?
Man, I got a lot of advice for small business owners, man. Because I've been a small business owner for 12 years. Nice. And I didn't always do it right. Okay. Like, if you don't have Quicken or QuickBooks, I don't know how you getting by.
Quicken is that's payroll.
That's accounting. That's keeping up with your expenses and you know, your tax write-offs and so on and so forth. You know, I talk about all the time. You know, the tax code is written for a business owner. Right? So, like, look, this is a business trip for me.
Okay.
Right? We here, we talking about business, right?
Right.
So the mileage that I drove here on, I'm writing that off. You know, but you gotta track that.
Thank you.
Gotta, yeah.
Right.
So, you know,
so what you're saying is there's other ways to get money from taxes than just earn income credit.
Yeah.
There's things that you're doing that you should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta have 1099 income.
Right.
Independent contract income, 1099. Because, you know, if you just straight W-2, you're missing out on a lot of things.
Say that, bro.
So you got to take advantage of that. I know we talked about on the show as well, making adjustments to your W-4s. There's just different things that you can do to increase your income. Because everybody, you know, me, if I get back $2, I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm winning. Okay. In my opinion.
Right.
All right. Now, some people look at that like, man, you only got back $2. But essentially what that means is I had all year to utilize my money. Spend my money how I wanted to. When you get back $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in income taxes, that means you need to make some adjustments to your W-4. All right, you know, increase those allowances so you can pay less in taxes. And essentially, it allows you to utilize that money throughout the year instead of just getting one big, you know, lump sum. So we talk about that. I don't know how deep you want to get into certain topics, man, but we can. we can go in.
Best, man. You know, we go as far as you want because I love it, man.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So you're a pro. You're very vocal, and you're a big proponent of starting early with the kids.
Yeah.
As far as financial literacy, and I love that because you know, it's intergenerational. What kind of advice you got for kids, you know, with that new piggy banks right now? You know what I mean? You mentioned earlier about you get $100, don't spend it all.
Don't spend it all.
But take it from there, like as far as kids goes, you know what I'm saying, in our community, anything that they can do to get right, you know, to start that on that track of financial success.
The key, man, it always starts at home, man. It always starts with the parents. You know, you've been given that right to be a blessing to your kid and educate them on certain things. So whether that's the wins you had in life, whether that's the losses you had in life, all right, that you learned from, right? Why would you let your kids make them same mistakes?
Right.
So that financial literacy at home, man, it starts like there. So you need to be talking to them about a budget, all right, on their level. Just talking to them about, hey, like if you was raised as a kid with the mentality that every time you got money, you saved half of it, right? When you got older, you don't know any different. Right? It's natural. Every time I got money, I saved half of it, I spent half of it. That was my mentality. That's how I grew up. Right? The problem is when people getting money, you know, their kids get money, they just let them go blow it. All right, when they get money, they going and blowing it. So the trip, you know, the apple don't fall far from the tree. It's just the education, letting your kids know what mistakes you made.
That makes sense. Like if you bad practices, the kids will pick that up. Good practices, the kids will pick that up.
Right, and it ain't always what you talking about.
Right,
it's what you walking it. You know what I'm saying?
You
gotta walk it like you talking, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hey man, we're gonna get right back into some more music real quick.
Okay.
We're gonna come back for a last segment, man. This is really a treat, man, because it gets better and better. I'm loving it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all don't go nowhere, man. Keep it locked right here, WMBT 90.1 FM The Beat. I got Marcus Robinson in the building, y'all. Do not go nowhere, man. Keep it locked right here.
Yes, sir. All right, that was good. Hey, Facebook, how y'all doing out there today? We at the Jerk Jenkins Show. Wow. We on the radio. So I did not come on yesterday. I was at my daughter's softball game. She balled out. She did great. But we here Saturday morning educating the people. So I hope all is well. Hope y'all had a good week. Please keep sending in your questions. Hey, I want to make sure. And we're on commercial break right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're on commercial break, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We definitely on commercial break.
All right. I get to talk.